Hello, Maths, Thursday. Fractions. Yesterday you did a really good job. We had loads and loads of people engage with it. We had loads of people do it. Absolutely fantastic. Just remember that these videos are here to help. So you can pause them, go back at them, look at them, do whatever it is that you need to do to help you understand what you're going to be doing, and looking at. I'm really impressed with the amount of people who engage with it. I think you've done a great job, and I think what you've done over the last couple of days has been fantastic. So the last day has been fantastic, and keep that up. We're going to look at section C and section D, and I'm going to do it in a couple of videos just to help you out a little bit. So here's the first part. Here's going to be section C. Mr. Chalmers does go over this a little bit in the video. He's done as well. So if you need to go back and look at that also, you can. Otherwise, watch this. Now, it's quite late. It's a Thursday. It's a Wednesday. I've lost track of days. It's quite late in the evening. Here I am, sat in my dining room. This is my surroundings. Here we are. But luckily for Christmas, we got this. A nice, brand new whiteboard. Not for me. Not for me. I don't get brand new whiteboards for Christmas. But Arlo got a brand new whiteboard for Christmas, which is great because it means that I can nick it to do some work on it. And that's what we're going to be using this morning. We're going to be looking at fractions, and fractions with different denominators, but also not common factors of each other. So unlike section B, where you could multiply one of the numbers to get to the other number, this is a bit different. So we'll quickly whiz through 1 3/5 add 1/7. And in short, the easiest way to do it, the quickest way to do it, is to multiply the opposite fraction by the denominator of the opposite fraction. So what that means, basically, the denominator is obviously the bottom number, numerator the top number. The denominator here, 7, we're going to multiply this fraction by 7. Now when we're multiplying this fraction here, we're going to multiply both by 7. That is a really bad 7, I apologise. And we're going to do the same for the opposite fraction. So 1/7 we're actually going to multiply by the denominator here, and that's 5. Now what that will give us is a common denominator, and then once we have a common denominator, that means just basically means a denominator that's the same. We will then be able to solve it, because we know that when we're adding or subtracting fractions, if the denominators are the same, then we don't have to do anything with the denominators. It's just the numerator that we either have to add or take away from each other. So 3/5 add 1/7. We have to make this an equivalent fraction. We multiply both by 7, so 3 times 7 is 21, and 5 times 7 is 35. And then we're going to add that to this over here, and it stays the same. So 5 times 1 is 5, and 7 times 5 is 35. And then we've got common denominators here, so they're both now at 35, so we can work that out. The denominator stays the same, like I said, 35, 35, that stays the same. The numerator does, the numerators we just add up, so that's 21 add 5, that will equal 26. Now section C is full of these, so the answer will be 26 over 35. Section C is full of these, and they're for you to have a go at. This does not matter. This calculation could easily be a subtraction. And if it was a subtraction, nothing changes. This is what I love about maths. If there's something that works, it will work and work and work. So you do the same, you'd multiply by the opposite denominator. So you do exactly the same process, but then it'd just be a subtraction. Make sure you read this correctly. And 21 over 35, take away 5 over 35 would be 16 over 35. Remember, it doesn't matter whether we're adding or subtracting, the denominator does not change. we're going to go on to section D as well, which is a word problem, and I'm just going to very quickly show you that. Here we are. So we've got a question. Here's our word problems. This is a word problem that you're going to come across today. The word problems are just assessing your learning, really, of what we've taught you. It's not giving you any new information. It's what we've taught you. But let's go through this one together. I've changed the fractions a little bit, but the question's the same. So it's just about reading the question really carefully. It says, Andy and Bob have a pizza each. Now, I love pizza, and Bob loves pizzas as well. Now, after they've eaten some of their pizzas, Andy has 1/5 of his pizza left, and Bob has 1/7 of his left. What fraction of pizza do they have left in total? Now, what we have to do here is we're trying to figure out what they have left in total. So this is an adding problem. It says total. Total tends to be an adding bit of vocabulary. So we are trying to check by adding these two together. Now, if we just take the pure adding of it, we've got 1/5 with 1/7. That's what the question's asking you. And if we take the same kind of knowledge that I just used, we're going to multiply this fraction here by 7, which is the denominator of the fraction of the opposite side. And then we're going to multiply this fraction here by 5, which is the denominator from this fraction over here. And we're going to make two fractions with the same denominator. And then we know when we add up or take away or subtract, whatever we need to do, then the denominators will not need to change. So 1/5 multiplied by 7, so that would be 7 over 35. We're looking at 35ths again, and we've got 1/7, so 1/5, so we've got 5 over 35. And then when we add them up, we know that the denominators are going to stay the same, and then all we have to do is add up the top, the numerators, and we know that 7 add 5 is 12, and we know that how much of our pizza we have left is 12 over 35. Okay, it's about reading the question correctly, reading the question carefully, and then trying to put that into practice. I will upload this video, and next to this video there will be a worksheet similar to yesterday. Work through it, work through section section C and section D. Give it a go, send it in, and we'll mark it and give you some feedback when we can. Just like to say again, really well done to the people who are sending stuff in already, people who got up early, people who started their work. As long as we're completing the work and engaging daily, that's really what we're after. So really well done to those people who have made a really positive start. I will see you tomorrow when I introduce some of the arithmetic paper. Other than that, good luck, and I will speak to you soon. Any questions, of course, email the Year 6 email account. Lots of you were commenting yesterday. Please comment, of course, but good luck.